Yep.
Sorry, Dane.
All good.
My button wasn't working at all, so that was fun. Welcome everybody to the Hickory Motor Speedway. I got a little extra screen up. I gotta remember to shut off my in-game chat so we don't hear those guys talking tonight. Up in the booth I got with me my good buddy Mr. Dean Dimmer. Dean is looking forward to racing this track later tonight, I'm sure.
No, I'm not. Man, from the practice I've done, this track is really, really hard, so see how it goes.
These guys have been putting down some pretty quick times so far tonight. We got Farron Elam sitting at the top of the leaderboard with a 15:02. Austin Green right behind him with a 15:03. Pretty tight for the top three cars.
Yeah, even AJ Coppola in third there with a 15:13. That's, I mean, really, again, we see all the cars relatively close to each other in time, so it's going to be interesting to watch.
One of the things they're really gonna have to watch out for tonight is that tire where this track is old. There's a lot of bumps. It will chew through your tires pretty quick.
Yeah, and the way this track is designed or shaped or however this works, you almost have to like double apex the corner on the corners on both ends of the track. So if you're not careful, if you don't set up the first like apex right, you're going to be plowing in the center in between the apexes, and then you're just going to get super loose off because you're going to have a lot of wheel into it. So going to take some finesse out of these drivers tonight, but I'm sure they're talented enough to do it.
Yeah, that is true. I know I ran a couple laps in practice just kind of getting the feel for the track, and I could run a couple good laps, but then I would get super loose coming out of the corners and loop it into the inside wall pretty easily.
I heard some drivers on or really close to the apron, and that's going to be interesting to watch because I tried that myself and I couldn't make it work. And another thing to think about is cars are entering and exiting on the apron on both ends of the track. So I don't think that's a good idea because you're just going to put yourself at risk, but if you're aware enough, it might work.
I was talking to Austin a little bit before the race, and that's kind of where he was running, but he said he won't run there during the race.
Yeah, maybe if it's just a qualifying thing or something, but I couldn't make it work, so I'll have to do a little cheat sheeting here and watch them how they do it.
Brad Stevine commented, and he asked if you were racing these, and I was like, well, he is going to be racing them, but not until the Advanced Series. I think Brad's a little scared.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about me in this one.
Alright, looks like some of our guys are going out for qualifying.
A lot of it. Donnie, AJ, Austin, Matt, Bobby are all on track right now.
Matt Morello was one of the first ones to set down the time. He's got a 15:38. Donnie Bartlett dumps him by 1/100th.
These cars are weird because sometimes you can make the first lap your hot lap, but other times you're going to want to use that first lap as a throwaway and then go hard on the second one when you build more heat in the tires. So I found personally so far this season the first lap is going to be faster, but every track's going to be different that we go to.
Yep. Austin Green takes over the point with a 15-13. Ooh, that didn't last long. Farron Elam jumped up there with a 15:08.
AJ did get a better lap there with a 15:22 on his second lap, so.
Looks like the only driver not going to be taking a lap is going to be Dean Qualley. Oh, now he's out on the track.
He's got to stay mysterious. Never know what he's going to do.
It's like he likes to come out and at the end and just play a spoiler.
He likes to come out and warm up his tires first, and that's an interesting strategy.
I was just noticing that as well. Nobody else did that.
Believe it or not, it does work a little bit. It's not a huge advantage, but if you're able to get out there and really cut really hard back and forth a few times, and maybe even spin up your rear tires, get some heat in them before your first lap, might give you a little extra grip. And he jumps right up to third with a 15:18.
And that's his fastest lap of the night so far, too.
Yeah, so I think he figured it out.
He's definitely got some tricks.
Brad's the faded chat. He says, I have his number tonight. Could do my best for no more Demmer show. See you in a bit. Yeah, Brad's a really good competitor on track, and him and I have been running really close the last couple weeks in the Advanced Series, so it's fun. We've had a couple good battles here and there, and I mean, everyone, whether they're in rookie or advanced, they're all really good drivers, and race with them on Mondays and Tuesdays, so.
Yeah, we got a pretty good bunch of guys. We had an awesome race last night. We only had 2 cautions, and one of those was a stage break.
Yeah, and the first caution was within the first handful of laps, and
Yeah, you don't need to remind me of that one.
yeah. You were an innocent bystander in that one. You had nothing to do with that one.
I was, but then I ended up taking out the Cochrane machine as well.
Yeah, well, when you're wrecking, it's kind of hard to keep it under control.
Hopefully one of these weeks I can get my act together along with my luck.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right?
Amen. Alright, we're going to start gridding up. You want to do the honors and go over the grid?
Sure, I can. You want to wait for him to get on track, or you just want me to go through it?
I think they're out there.
Right behind. Oh, some of them are out there. I'll just go through it. So on pole tonight, no surprise, we got Farron in the number 1 machine. Austin Green to his outside in the 15. Dean Qualley with an impressive lap improvement from his practice with a 15:18 in third. AJ Coppola in fourth. In fifth, we got Gregory Fronick. In sixth, we've got TJ Barnier. Seventh, we got Donnie Bartlett. Eighth place, Matt Morrell. And ninth place is Bobby Green.
Let's see, our track temp tonight. Ooh, she's a blister. 126 degrees for track temp.
Ooh. They're gonna be, I mean, they're sliding around like first lap. I mean, that's hot. That's one of the hottest track temps I've seen. And the funny thing is, the temperature outside is only 74.
Oh wow.
So this track must just keep a lot of heat in it for the age.
That
Kind of
old
reminds
asphalt-
me of old Atlanta.
Yes. I like the old Atlanta better than the new Atlanta myself.
I think everyone does, Mick. The new Atlanta is just a small Daytona.
Yep, exactly.
And I know you raced in the Xfinity Series earlier this season, and that was not a good race at all. It was interesting.
Yeah, we definitely struggled on that one. Alright, these guys are getting underway. We should have 2 laps of pacing, and then these guys are going to get at it. Fair Nealon with the 15 of Austin Green to the outside of him are going to lead us around to green. Now in this series, I do believe on starts and all restarts, they have to go on green.
I believe, yes. I believe that's the same for the advance as well.
In chat, Matt Cochran says a $50 bounty to whoever knocks the 17 to the moon.
Oh, come on, man. What did he do to you? Man, already. Farron got a nice jump and looks like he's going to lead the first lap, but through those first couple of corners, you just see all the cars jumping up and down the track.
There's a little bit of a different line we're talking about with the number 1 where he's up a groove and then kind of diamonds it off.
I think that line is going to be better on your tires in the long run, because if you're pinching your entry off, you're just going to burn your right front. So
Especially
I could be
with the
completely
gadget.
wrong, but I think logically that's how it should work, at least.
Yep, and especially with that track temp the way it is too.
But at the same time, it might bite you. You could get on the free side of things because you're on the right rear, so it just really depends.
But these top 2 are going at it good.
Yeah, they're within a couple car lengths of each other, and I think Austin is just kind of feeling out Farron's weaknesses, and early in the race, he has plenty of time.
Oh, we got a little contact between the 21 of Bartlett and the 14 of Froelich. Donnie was underneath him going into the corner, got up into his quarter panel just a little bit. It's going to cost Donnie a position as the 54 gets by him.
Yeah, a little more contact with the 54 and the 21 on the backstretch. Oh, and AJ's going to lose it. Oh, I think Donnie Bartlett just blew up.
Oh no, that's no good this early.
And he is done for the night.
Oh, he got hard into those tires. Holy cow.
He bounced straight back off of him.
Yeah, and he had to jump to the pits. He couldn't continue.
AJ just got really, really high in 3 and 4, and he just got loose right, like, as soon as he got onto the flat and just came down into the side of the 21 of Donnie Bartlett, and man, he just went straight, and those tires elasticed him, like, backwards.
Yeah, that was a hard hit. Oof. He'll be feeling that one tomorrow.
Man. And then he got on top of the, was that the 38?
Yeah, I think so.
Man, that's a wild ride. It's unfortunate because he like instantly blew his engine up, but man. That's a tough break.
Especially this early.
Yeah, it just, I mean, racing back in the pack. AJ got loose off a 2, and I think that's why they touched the first time, and then down in 3 and 4, he got loose on the exit of 4, and that's when he got to the side of 21 again. So twice in one lap, AJ got into the 21, in the door of the 21. That's... I would be pretty frustrated.
Yep. Only 10 laps into the race and you're done sitting in the garage.
Unfortunately, that's part of it. But it's, like you said, it's not fun when it happens.
Nope. Lights are off on the pace car. These guys are side by side. We're going to get that green flag coming out of turn number 4.
Let's see if Austin learned anything on that first start, and maybe he'll test the waters on the outside.
Oh, he gets a good jump on that one.
I see him. He's got to sail it off in there, but he hit those bumps and it shoots her up the track. Dean Qualley on the inside of him now, and TJ right behind Dean, looking to follow him through.
TJ was right on his bumper there for a minute.
TJ a little loose off of 2. Gathers it up. Looks like they're running those apron.
Oh, Austin
Oh!
the back of the 17.
Oh, and TJ comes by and picks him off the ground. Man.
Oh, Austin's going to be costing himself for that one. I know he doesn't drive that way. Fronik able to miss that. It's going to put him up in second. Matt in chat says the bounty's still there.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was... Huh. Well, he didn't get sent to the moon, is what he said, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess the bounty's still up.
Has race control said anything about the 15 getting end of longest line penalty for that?
Yeah, they said it's gonna be on the 15, so. And they also said he does not get the bounty.
Well, he'll go to the back. We're gonna have 30 laps left. He's gonna have a lot of ground to cover up.
They were just issued the 15, the EOL. There he goes to the back. And we're gonna come to, like, what is it? Gonna be 39 laps to go, 38 laps to go, something like that.
Yep, should be about 38, I think.
For such a small track like this, if we don't get a lot of cautions, that's a big hole to dig out of, especially if it's hard to pass.
Yep. And AJ must have got some damage from his incident. He is down 2 laps.
And they're going green.
TJ Bernier able to get underneath the 14 machine.
Look at TJ go! Go TJ! Man, he's working that apron. He's making it work there on the bottom.
Fronik not giving up. Well, he's trying to come back on that high side.
Oh no! TJ!
Oh, TJ.
TJ just got hooked. In all fairness, looks like he was coming up the track, but man, he was doing good.
Oof, yeah. Definitely some short track racing there.
14 not happy. He came over the radio and said how much room does he want. So not sure if that was a result of him just holding his line and not lifting and you're gonna turn yourself, or just wasn't expecting it.
Oh, and looking at the back end of that 71 machine, it looks like he's dog tracking, like that rear end is broke loose.
Yeah, that's pretty much race over.
Yep, that thing is definitely all kittywampus. That won't turn for crap. So Fronic's going to get another shot at the number 1 machine, and that's going to move Bobby Green up to 3rd place, Dean Qualley back up to 4th.
I know TJ's got to be frustrated.
Oh, definitely. He had a good run going. I think he's had 1 top 3 so far this season. I think that was week 1.
Yeah, I spoke with him briefly before the race, and he just wants to, finish races and be consistent. It's just tough. So if it's on your mind early in the race like this, you will make a mistake. I know because I do it all the time. Yeah, he's coming down pit road. Oh, yeah, he came down pit road, and I don't know if he's going to try to get it fixed or not.
Well, that'll give the car 54 1 lap back. So he's still 1 lap down, but he might get another one. Elam gets a good jump. 59 is able to get underneath the 14 machine. We'll see 14 battles back on the high side, though. Dean Qualley right to the back bumper of Bobby Green.
Yeah, Bobby had a little issue off the corner, and Dean was able to close right up on him. They got it sorted out for now. Greg Fronick, he's quite a quiet character in the race, and here he is running second to Farron.
Yeah, Farron's looking to stretch that lead out. We'll see how he does, though, after 20 laps of green flags on those tires.
Yeah, it's hard to tell right now. They've only ran a few laps under green, and these tires have heat cycled a couple times, so. He is stretching it out. Almost to a second now.
Looks like Farron might be coming up on some lap cars. That might play a part in it, too. Oh, 14 got a little loose coming down the front straightaway. TJ's back out on the track with that thing.
What a beast. Dean Qualley made his way up to 3rd. Got by Bobby Green. Not really sure what happened to Bobby. He dropped back to 6th place.
Yeah, he lost quite a few positions there. That rear end on that 71 machine is still all out of whack.
Yeah, he's tracking, sidetracking.
Yeah, he's running about 3/4 of a second slower. Dean Qualley right to the back of that number 14 machine of Greg Froelich. I don't know how
Dean's found something.
he hasn't. I don't know how patient Froenich's going to be with that 71 car right in front of him.
No, but if he doesn't do something, Dean's gonna capitalize. I don't know if TJ might be holding him up. I don't think he's happy with him. He's gonna go for something on the outside, get her on. Oh. TJ let him by. I think TJ kind of ran in front of him for a couple laps, made his point, and then gets out of the way and lets him race it out.
That's definitely the way it looked, yep.
Oh, Dean, really close. Oh. Give us some.
Dean got a taste of that win last week. He wants it back.
He's making that outside work. Like, those bumps really, you can see it, just shoots him right up the track.
Yeah, it really upsets the car. He is all over that 14 machine. Oh, looked like the 14 brake check coming out of the corner.
Oh, what happened there?
I don't know if he was starting to get loose and he slammed the brakes to keep it or what. Fair, it's checked out and gone. Even if Dean gets by this 14 car without a caution, he doesn't have a chance of catching Farron.
Oh, looks like they're about to be the caution. Little bump and run out of Dean Qualley. Used him up.
Used them all up. Now Austin Green's
See
gonna
ya.
get by him too.
Wow. Great racing. Nothing wrong with that.
No, Dean was all over him for 15 laps.
What kind of laps Dean's doing compared to the leader?
Actually, he's a little bit slower. That last lap, he was about a 10th slower. And now he's a 10th faster.
Yep.
10
48
laps
out
down.
of Farron. 38 out of Dean.
38 out of Austin as well. We got 10 laps to go.
Oh.
Yellow flag on the track.
This is exactly what Dean needs right now. Because that last lap, Farron ran a 15.7 and Dean ran a 15.5.
Oh, yep, TJ got up into that wall again. He's able to lock it down and not get into anybody else. But it definitely brought out the car. Exactly what Farron didn't want to see.
Yeah, and he's in a position where he's got a wrecked race car, and when you're crab walking is another term for that. The right rear just sticks so far out, and you can see him. He's chasing it up the track, and he just makes contact with that right side, and then when he finally gets it off, the car just spins out on him. He couldn't save it.
That is going to put AJ back on the lead lap as well.
Good opportunities are presenting themselves. If a couple guys get tangled up in front of him, he could definitely capitalize on it.
Yes, sir.
Which I don't think we're done wrecking. patients are definitely winding down, and so are the laps. So we're gonna see some desperate moves.
It'll be interesting to see if Dean can do anything on the high side. So far, no one's been able to hold with Farron on the restarts. That could open the door for Austin Green.
No doubt, it's gonna be interesting to see this restart. Dean kind of worked Greg on the outside for a couple laps, but wasn't actually able to make the pass. But we'll see what Dean's willing to do here to go back to back.
Does have the 14 starting right behind him. There could be a little payback coming. Pace car's off. Huge jump by the number 1 car. Oh, caution back out. Matt Moreau.
It looks like Dean is going to lose a position, but that's actually to his favor. Because now he's going to be starting on the inside.
I was just about to say that actually might help him in the long run. Oh, it looks like Bobby Green tags the right rear quarter of the 38 machine. Spins him down on the apron just enough to bring out the caution.
Yeah, I think Bobby was probably trying to tuck in line, but he just came down and had too much momentum there.
Yep, just not quite enough room.
And it's hard because when you're sitting in these cars, you can see part of your hood, but you don't, like, these noses of these cars stick out so much farther than where you're sitting, so you think you're farther away than you are, and that's when you're jacking up the guy's rear tires.
Yep, especially with the way they taper down, and it's real easy to scoop that guy up.
Oh, it's incredibly easy. You barely have to touch him, and he's going around. That's why really a bump and run doesn't work unless you hit him square going in the corner. I mean, you can't hit him at all in the corner.
Nope.
You have to. I mean, Dean Qualley showcased it perfectly. He upset him before he even got to the corner, and he was still chasing it when he got to the corner. So it just shows you these cars are a handful.
Bradley Stefan in the chat cheering on Dean. He's like, let's go, Dean. This is probably going to be our first green-white checkered.
Yeah, it looks like we have 3 of them.
Hopefully we won't need them all.
How optimistic of you.
Hey, Jesse, thanks for liking the stream, sir. Base car's off.
Austin did not get a good start. Oh, man, take it back. He just got really high.
Oh, the 54 got into the back of the 14, and he is around. Caution back out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, to me, that one's on the 14. He came down trying to slide in front of the 54, and there was not room there.
Yeah, 54 came over with a little radio chatter, not happy with Greg there. Yeah, completely on the 14 coming down.
Yeah, he was all the way up by the wall and tried to sneak down in front of him right behind the 17, and there was definitely not enough room. Doesn't look like either driver really got any damage out of it, though.
It's weird, though. I mean, AJ was almost at his door with his front bumper, so I know his spotter didn't say clears. That was an interesting move. Maybe he just didn't realize and was just trying to follow the cars in front of him, or don't really know.
And that's going to put the 71 back on the lead lap.
That's just incredible. That's why you never give up. Never give up. Dean Quality's, if he wants to win this race, he's got to get aggressive here. You're out of time.
Yes, sir. Only one green-white checkered left if we need it, and he's got to go. He's got to be right on the bumper of that one when that green flag comes out.
Rulebook says half a car length, but I mean, in a situation like this, you want to be right on. You want to be ready to go when they do.
Yep.
If you want a shot.
Got to try to anticipate that green a little bit.
And they're off. Dean Qualley gets a good jump inside of the 15.
He'll clear him coming out of the corner.
But can he get to Farron? Coming to the white.
TJ has crashed, but we've taken the white flag. It's going to go to the end. Qualley slams it down in there. He ain't going to be able to catch him.
Farron gets the win. Dean Qualley second. Austin Green third.
AJ Coppola in fourth. Bobby Green in fifth. Matt Moreau sixth. Greg Froelich in seventh. TJ Bernier in eighth. And Donnie Bartlett's going to take the number 9 spot. Whew.
That was something. Great racing though by these guys. We summoned it. Ooh.
Greg showing his a little bit of a displeasure by being moved earlier.
And Dean backed up into him like, hey man, it's a short track. that's how it goes.
Yeah, Dean wasn't taking it.
What a race. There was all that was exciting. That was fun to watch. I mean, all these races have been fun to watch this season. These guys going at it.
Oh, definitely. And on a short track racing, that's kind of what you want. We had some cautions, but you want to see them getting aggressive like that.
I mean, and Dean did it perfectly. Like, I don't think I've seen it done like that before. I mean, he didn't wreck him. He just moved him up out of the groove and got around him, used him up. But you gotta do what you gotta do, try to win.
Especially in these cars, that is difficult to do. He moved him but didn't wreck him.
Well, like we said, I mean, it's easy to pick him up, and I mean, you just, I guess that's the trick. You got to move him on the straightaway so it upsets his corner entry there. So I was just impressive. I can't wait to ask him about that.
All right, well, we're going to grab that number 15 machine of Austin Green. Austin Green, you got up in the booth with Mick and Dean. How you doing, bud?
Doing great. How are you guys?
Pretty exciting race for you, bud.
Yeah, a lot of action. Got to go to the back and drive back to the front, so that was fun.
Yeah, you got into the back of that 17 machine a little bit. Were you trying to get the $50 bonus? Is that what you're shooting for?
I was not, but since I got the penalty, I wish I'd hit him a little harder.
That was a fun race to watch up here in the booth. You guys going at it. Couple bumps and runs that actually worked. Few crashes, but overall, congrats on your third place finish and way to rebound there.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a fun race.
Nice little birthday present for you, finishing third.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Anybody you'd like to give some shout outs to tonight?
Oh, shout out to Far North Motorsports.
Awesome. Thank you very much. We will see you back next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, here he is. We'll bring him up. We'll let you ask the first questions. You can get the tough questions. All right, we got Dean Qualley up in the booth.
How's it going, fellas?
It's going great up here, man. This question's burning. How did you manage to move the 14 without wrecking him? That was just like, honestly, the most impressive thing I've ever seen anyone do in these cars. Like, you moved him on the straightaway and it upset his corner entry, and then you just used him up. That was awesome, man. How did you make that work?
Well, I don't know. I knew I had to do a bump and run on him, but I didn't want to do it in the corner because I know exactly what happens in the corner. So I thought I better try it on a straightaway, and it was just enough to upset his car that he pushed wide that I could get under him. But yeah, I was a little nervous about doing it. That's for sure.
Yeah, it looks like you were stuck behind him there for a few laps, and we could tell you're getting impatient. So, I mean, it's short track racing. You got to do what you got to do to get positions and try to win. And you definitely did a good job there.
Yep. No, I mean, I don't want to wreck anybody, and I was just hoping and praying that it wouldn't spin him or something.
It looked like he came over. Maybe he was congratulating you after the race there a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I'll put it that way. Yep.
Well, you didn't bring home the trophy tonight, but you gave it everything you had. Congratulations on the second place finish. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
You know, everybody at in the series, the league, you guys in the booth, all the dirt, of course. Bobby Green for sponsoring the series, of course, and yeah, hopefully we'll have some more cars come out soon, but it's a good group of guys. I really enjoy racing these guys.
It's definitely been fun to watch. You guys put on a pretty good show.
Thanks. Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations. We'll see you back next week.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right, here he is, the #1 machine tonight on the car and on the track, Farron Elam Jr.
How's it going?
Pretty good, but nice to see you back in Victory Lane.
I know, it feels like it's been forever.
Dean was coming. He had a full head of steam. He wasn't able to get you on any of those restarts, but you had definitely a strong car tonight.
Yeah, I really feel like if he could have got to my outside, him or Austin had a really good car too. I feel like if he could have got to my outside, it'd have been a battle because I was building a little bit free over the long run and wasn't nothing I could really do about it because I was running a freer car than I really wanted to keep from burning the right front off of it. But just look at the draw on the restarts. When you ain't got to go through the field or have to deal with traffic, it's a pretty big plus.
Definitely. How was your tires at the end of that one?
They were. My right front was at 76, 78, and my right rear was at 83, 82. So,
Oh, yeah, you still had a lot of tire left.
yeah, and the bad part about it was in the car, the long run we had right before the first attempt of the green white checkered. I felt like I was burning them up because it was building a little bit tight, but I was continuing to run 100% even with a 5-second gap because I was like, I know how this goes. Like, I'm gonna find a way to screw this up. Very stark contrast to last night at Michigan.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
start to sound like me a little bit. Don't do that.
Hey, it's true, man. I've cost myself more of these things than I've won, obviously.
Same here, brother. But I mean, congratulations on the win. Way to represent Rocky Faith Motorsports and just, I mean, you were just untouchable all night long. So excited to race you in the advance. And any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, all of my friends that watch. My fiance obviously wasn't watching tonight. She passed out asleep. So she's gonna have a pleasant surprise to wake up to. But all my guys, my spotter, my new spotter that I got now, it's really all the people that still tune in to watch every week, despite the fact that I tear up a lot of race cars.
Can't do it without them.
They can't do it without them.
All right, but are you going to be racing in the Advanced Series tonight then too?
I don't know, man. As I don't want to take a huge step up. I'd like to keep running here if I can for now, just to see if this was a flash in the pan or if it's something that is going to be consistent. I know I ran good at USA. Really unfortunate we came up, I think, .002 short of that one in the photo finish. And obviously wasn't here because I was on vacation last week, and the week before that I got taken out. So I don't know. I'd like to get a couple more weeks under my belt just to see if this is going to be something that's like a consistent amount of speed I keep, or if it's just a flash in the pan here and there. Because I mean, I just got this track today. The first laps I ran on this track was at like 6:30. So
oh wow, well, good job.
yeah, it was huge shout out again to my spotter Brandon, who was the teacher for me this track wise, the steering ratio, and just kind of how to adjust the brakes so we're not completely losing it off every corner. But it's more than just him. Like I said, it's all of them that tune in and watch. And obviously, my fiance has to hear me completely complain and be upset and aggravated upon a record car.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations, and we'll hope to see you back next week.
I'll be here.
All right, Dean. So, did you learn anything for your race tonight?
I hope so. I kind of took a little things Farron said their way, and I'm gonna tuck them up my sleeve, and maybe they'll pay off here in the advanced race. But I mean, overall, good race in the rookie race again this week. Lots of excitement, ranks, controversy. Fun to watch.
All right, bud. Well, we'll let you go so you can go jump into the practice session and get some laps under you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully I'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. We're going to go to a brief intermission, and then we will be back at it for the Advanced Series here very quick. So stay tuned for the second half of our doubleheader tonight. The EFRL Rookie Series is brought to you by FALCONGRAFIX. If you're looking for a wrap at a decent price, check out FALCONGRAFIX on Facebook. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live from Hickory Motor Speedway for the EFRL Advanced Series, brought to you by Elite Entertainment. It'll be a pretty hot night tonight here in Hickory. Track temperature has cooled off quite a bit from where we were with the rookie series. Track temperature right now is 114 degrees. Now these guys are going to run twice as long, 125 laps. It could get interesting to see that. They will have to do a pit stop. We took away the competition caution, so they will try to attempt green flag pit stops tonight. That's where exiting and entering the pits is going to be very dangerous for these guys that run way down on that bottom line. Ben Marl, currently our fastest time. You can see the difference between the advanced and the rookies, both using a fixed setup. 1488 right now for that number 13 machine of Ben Marl. Brad Stefan with a 1491. Our co-host from earlier, Dean Demmer, with a 1495, tied for third with Josh Fox. And Michael Steele rounding out the top five with a 1499. While we are waiting for these guys to finish up their practice session, let's go over our points coming into tonight. Coming into tonight, Ben Marl is tied with Dean Demmer with 188 points. Sitting in P number 3 is Travis Lepenis with 169. Kyle Ingerfeld only 1 point behind him with 168. Josh Fox is in 5th. Brad Stefan is in 6th with 158. Devin Smith is in 7th with 155. Matthew Setzer in 8th. Matt Cochran in 9th. Dwayne Kernahan in 10th. Michael Steele in 11th. Forrest Smith in 12th. Dustin Carroll in 13th. Forrest Hamilton in 14th. Adam Capsey in 15th. Aiden Goriadano is in 16th, but he missed a week. Dan Park 17th. Frank Hughes 18th. 19th is Larson Parker, and our part-time driver, Mr. Jeremy Lepenis, in 20th. Once again, the EFRL Elite Entertainment Advanced Series, brought to you by Elite Entertainment, an upstate South Carolina and western North Carolina premier entertainment company specializing in weddings, public and private events, as well as offering an array of services to local venues, including karaoke, trivia, sing-o, and live music management. Be sure to check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all of your entertainment needs. How's everybody doing on this fine Tuesday night? It's a beautiful day at Hickory Motor Speedway. One of the oldest tracks in NASCAR, Do you believe they first started racing on this track in 1959? We will be right back. Hey Donnie, thanks for liking the stream, bud. I know it wasn't the night you wanted. You had a decent car tonight. You were making moves. I really appreciate you liking the stream, buddy. Hey Brad, thanks for liking the stream. We got about a minute and a half left before these guys try to lay down some quick times. Starting in the front definitely helps. So far the 13 of Morrow and the 89 of Stefan look like the machines to beat. to give him hell, Brad? We'll see how many miles these guys can crank out before they got to come in for fuel and tires. And then the trick is, do you take 2 tires, take 4 tires? These short tracks, you got to be super careful. One on your fuel load, because you don't you don't want to take too much and be stuck on pit road forever. And if you take 4 tires, you're definitely going to lose at least 1 lap. Brad's ready to strap this thing in and get it started. He says, "Damn right, buddy." Looks like Matt Cochran trying to get a little pre-celebration burnout in here. Alright, we'll see who's brave enough to be the first one out on the track. Looks like Mr. Ben Morrow wants to lay down some quick time. Ben was the fastest one in practice. Right up next to that wall for his out lap. All the way down, dips those tires just down below that yellow line ever so slightly. First lap, 14:98. Not quite the times he was setting down in practice, but pretty close. Looks like he got into the wall just a little bit on that lap. I'm not sure if this one's going to count. Oh, nope, hard into the wall coming out of turn number 4. The number 8 car of Mr. Hamilton sets down a 15 even. Travis Lepanis jumps up to the top of the leaderboard with a 14:96. He was 3rd fastest or 4th fastest in practice. Dean Demers is going to jump up right behind him. Josh Fox entering the track now to run down his quick time. Waiting for Mr. Brad Stefan. That's going to be a lap we want to watch. Brad says he's going to hit the track late. Maybe let these guys lay down some rubber for him first. Josh Fox jumps up to the top of the leaderboard with a 14:94. Brad Stefan and Devin Smith going out. Devin Smith parks on P2 for the moment. Aiden Gordano, he jumps up to the top of the leaderboard with a 14:92. First lap for Brad Stefan puts him P5, 14:97. Second lap, just a touch slower. He's going to have a little bit of a work cut out for him. He's going to be starting in P number 5. Looks like the only car yet to take time is Michael Steele. Thanks everybody for joining in for the second half of our doubleheader with the Elite Entertainment Advanced Late Model Stock Series presented by the EFRL Extreme Forces Racing League. 125 laps tonight. They will have to pit for fuel. Whether or not they take tires, it's going to be up to them. In our rookie series that just got done, the winner after his 60 laps was still sitting at about 75% right front tire tread. So we could see these guys maybe not take any tires. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Track temp has dropped just a little bit from when we started the night. We're at 108 degrees currently. 75 degrees ambient air temperature, 50% humidity, and partly cloudy. That should help those tires last a bit longer tonight. All right, drivers are starting to grid up. Starting on the pole, that number 28 Ford Mustang painted up like Davey Allison's old car, Aiden Goradano. Starting outside of him, we got that number 23 machine of Josh Fox. Starting in third, Devin Smith. Starting in fourth, Travis Lapidus. Starting in fifth, that number 89 machine of Brad Stefane. Starting in sixth, Dean Demmer Jr. And that number 41 machine, our co-host from earlier. Starting in seventh, he had the fastest times in practice. Ben Marlow, that number 13 machine, watch him move to the front. Forrest Hamilton Jr. is going to be starting in eighth in the number 8. Matthew Setzer in that number 3 machine is going to be rolling off in the 9th position. Kyle Lingerfeld going to be starting off in 10th. Matt Cochran is going to be starting off in 11th. And Michael Steele, riding shotgun on the field, going to be running in that number 5 machine, starting in P12. Drew Trader, thanks for the subscription, bud. Really appreciate it. Matt Cochran says that this track is bad. It won't. Oh no, he says he won't take any tires. He hasn't all season. That 28 car with that Haviland paint scheme of Davey Allison's is probably one of my favorite cars from when I was a kid. Yeah, you definitely got to watch out for the bumps in the corners on this one. Alright, we're going to have 2 laps of pacing, and then we're going to be underway for the Elite Entertainment Advanced Series. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go green next time by. A 28 Ford Mustang on the inside of Aiden Gordano. Josh Fox in that number 23 Toyota on the high side. Oh, sorry, that's a Chevrolet. Aiden gets a good jump on the field. They're going to be battling side by side for second as they come out of turn number 2. Smith and Fox with Bradley Stefan on the bottom trying to follow the 95 through. Fox staying up high. Devin Smith making a pass for the lead already on lap number 3. Brad Stefan's following him through. Ben Marlowe already up to P number 3. These guys are off to a blistering pace so far. Ben Marlowe has laid down the fastest lap early on. We'll see how that stands later. Oh, Stefan shoves that nose down in there, gets a little sideways, able to gather it back up, not lose any position. Lost a little bit of ground, but not bad. Being real aggressive here early on in this one. Caution is out, caution is out. Oh, looks like the number 8 machine is a little crossed up there. We'll see what happened there. He's running that little bit of a higher line, 41 down low. Ooh, looks like 41 just gets a better drive off the corner than the 8 did and just slightly touched him in that left rear quarter panel. Sends him around. Ooh, hard into that inside wall with that back end. That's going to push his rear fin up. Might help him in the long run. Looks like everybody else makes it through clean. Lingerfeld is on pit road. He's going to lose a lap. I'm guessing he topped off on fuel. That'll help him out in the long run. As long as, even if we go green, I think that's going to help him overall. Interesting strategy by the 65 machine, though. Forrest Hamilton's got damage. He is now a lap down as well. We're going to re-rack him, restack him. We're going to go green next time by. Brad Stefan trying to make a move on the outside of the 95 on the restart. Matthew Setzer right behind him. Stefan powers to the lead. Sounded like somebody got into the wall just a little bit. No cautions though. Devin Smith holding on to second place over that number 3 machine of Matthew Setzer. Travis Lepanis is up into the 4th place. Ben Marlowe's up 2 positions. He's right around in number 5. Our pole position, Aiden Giordano, is back to 6th. Got a little dark on the track. Looks like we got some cloud cover moving over. That's going to cool that track temp even a little bit more. another 8 degrees. Dean Demmer, that number 41 machine, currently riding around in 7th. Michael Steele, resident nice guy, he's up to 8th place. He's up 4 positions from where he started. See the 41 of Demmer going underneath that 28 of Aiden. Michael Steele gonna follow him through in the Holy Maid. Brad Stefane stretching out that lead over Devin Smith. Almost a second now. Devin Smith holding on to that second place over Matthew Setzer. Pretty good run for Setzer so far tonight. Probably one of his strongest runs. He hasn't had the best of luck in the Advanced Series. Ben Morrow getting underneath the 16 of Travis Lepenas to take over that 4th place position. Matt Cochran just hanging out in the back right now, currently 10th, the last car on the lead lap. I do believe he is saving tires. He's got the strategy for the long haul on this one. Michael Steele being patient, working his way to the front. He is up 5 positions already. These guys are tearing up this track at Hickory. Oh, Matt Setzer get a little out of shape. The 41's going to get underneath him as they cross the line. See if Setzer can battle back on that high side. Ooh, we see the bobble of the 41 as they exit the corner. Still holding on to the position currently. I think that 3 of Setzer is going to get freight trained here. Now Marl looking underneath him, following Lepenas. Oh, Marl gets loose all by himself, coming out of the corner, crash to the inside wall. Caution is out on the speedway. I don't know if Ben Morrow just was trying to hold it down and not slide up into that 3 machine of Setzer, but he gets loose all by himself coming out of the corner. Lepenas and Steele, good heads up driving by them not to run him over or each other. He's got it all locked down. No damage done to that 13 machine. And that should put Mr. Lingerfelt, I do believe, back on the lead lap. Oh, maybe Forrest Hamilton Jr. We'll have to see who gets it. Nice save by Mr. Ben Morrow, keeping that car clean. Good job, good heads up driving by the rest of the field not to get into him. See a couple more takers on pit road. Steele's up. taking 2 tires for sure. Setzer looks like he's only going to do fuel. He's down and away. Michael Steele taking a 4-tire stop. Interesting call by him. He's going to lose the lap. Both Lingerfeld and... No, Lingerfeld is still a lap down. Looks like Hamilton must have got up the wave around then. Elite Entertainment is a proud sponsor of the EFRL. Elite Entertainment is an upstate Southern Carolina or Western North Carolina's premier entertainment company specializing in weddings, public and private events, as well as offering an array of services to local venues including karaoke, trivia, sing-o, and live music management. Be sure to check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Mr. Adam Capps for sponsoring this series. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going back green, coming out of turn number 4. See if Dean Demmer can do anything on the high side against that very strong number 89 machine of Bradley Stefane. Josh Fox is trying to make a move down low underneath that 41 machine. Both Demmer and Stefane are up 4 positions from where they started. Matt Cochran has moved up into the number 4 position in the 4 car. He is up 7 spots. Was able to stay on the lead lap. He made it out just before the leaders. Ooh, Stefane into the wall just a little bit. Demmer looking down low as they enter into the corner. He's got a nose underneath of him. Side by side as they exit out of turn number 2. '89's battling back on the outside at the line. Dean Demmer. Dean is able to completely clear him now as that 89 is going to fall into second, followed by Josh Fox, Matt Cochran, and Mr. Devin Smith. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We've got a barn burner of a race tonight. So far we've only had a couple cautions, and we are 43 laps into the main event here tonight. Dean Demmer has just taken the lead from Brad Stefane. If you watched our rookie race, Brad was talking some smack in the chat saying how he had his number and it was going to be no more of the Dean Demmer show tonight. In 10th. Don't count him out yet. He does have a very fast car. Stefane slaps that wall again. Dean Demmer now stretching out the lead in just a little over a half a second now. We'll jump on board this number 4 car as he's right to the back bumper of the 23 of Josh Fox. At 89 has a problem. He keeps getting loose and slapping that wall. His car ain't going to take too much of that abuse before he bends something in the back end of it. Matt running very smooth right now. Ooh, Fox gets a little loose. You can see the different line Fox was running, how he was getting down way below that yellow line. That can really upset the car. Ooh, Fox gets into the wall going down the straightaway. You can see how bumpy this track is when we're up on the gearbox camera. Cochran's got a mirror full of that number 95 machine. You can hear the 23 of Fox working that throttle, trying not to lose momentum and not break the back end loose. Caution on the track, Travis Lepanus, Michael Steele crashed. Those two are teammates, be interesting to see what happened here. The leaders have entered pit lane as we're watching the replay. Oh, the 28 gets loose coming out of the corner. The 16, the 5, and then the 3 have nowhere to go. Heavy back end damage to that 16 machine as he was scooped up by the 5 machine. And with the leaders pitting, that's going to hand the lead over to the number 4 machine, Mr. Matt Cochran. Matt stated before the event that he wasn't going to take tires. All he's going to need is some fuel. But he did pit on lap 7. I'm guessing he topped that machine off. It'll be interesting to see if he's going to have enough to hold on to the lead for the second half of this race. Devin Smith behind him pitted on lap 32. Travis pitted on lap 32, but no, he's got some heavy rear end damage. Josh Fox is going to be the first one out. He beat Dean Demmer out of the pits. They all pit on lap 56. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Who are you cheering for? Give us a shout out in the chat and we'll let them know that you're thinking about them. Alright, it's going to be side-by-side action. We got that number 4 of Matt Cochran on the bottom, number 95 of Mr. Devin Smith on the high side. We'll see how these guys take the start. Gotta wait for the green flag to be waved by the flagman before they can go. Good jump by the 4 car. 95 not so good. It's going to allow the 16 to get underneath them as they go down the back straightaway. 16 clears them. Monday night broadcaster Mr. AJ Coppola from All Star 15 TV says, "Go Dean Demmer." Dean is part of the Rocky Faith Motorsports in the Xfinity Series on Monday nights. And Dean, with those fresh tires, has gotten his way back up to P number 3 already. Looking to the inside of that 16 machine. Josh Fox going to follow him through. Matt Cochran might be a sitting duck with those old tires. It was a gamble he said he was going to take. He wasn't going to change tires all night. .41 is on him. Ooh, gives him a little shot coming out of the corners. Lets off, lets him gather it back up. It looked like he might have been learning a little bit from Mr. Dean Qualley with the bump and run that Dean laid down in the rookie race. Good run by the 41 coming off the corner. He's able to get a fender underneath the 4 machine. He's going to take the lead as we come to the line. Josh Fox looking to follow him through on that bottom side. Now the 16 of Travis Lapinus looking underneath of him. Ooh, Ben Morrow gets in there really hot. Gonna be 3 wide almost coming out of that corner. My ticker is showing Michael Steele 1 lap down right now. Michael wants another caution to come out. He's as fast as these guys he's racing around. He's just a lap down because of his pit cycle. Jenna Law says, go Matt Cochran. Dean Demmer now out to a 6/10 of a lead over the 23 of Fox. The leader's top 3 cars are spread out just a little bit. Ben Morrow on the back end of that number 16 machine, trying to reel him back in. These guys that stayed out on that last caution have fallen way to the back. They're dropping like stones. Matt Cochran is back all the way to 9th place. He is the last car on the lead lap currently. Brad Stefane in 7th, trying to make his way back to the front. Devin Smith with those 20 lap older tires just trying to hold on at this point. Matthew Setzer currently running in 5th. Travis Lapinus dropped now to 4th place as Ben Morrow was able to get by him. Ben was one of those ones at the beginning who didn't have the best qualifying round, but he was the fastest guy in practice. I knew he would be one of the guys to watch. Josh Fox now a 2nd behind our leader, Dean Demmer. And we have less than 50 laps to go. Brad Stefane was early on, but he has pounded that outside wall and does it again there. That damage is definitely hurting his machine. We can see the front end of Michael Steele's got quite a bit of damage from where he got into the back of Travis. Michael Steele hoping for a caution to come out and hoping he's not it. He wants a caution to get back on that lead lap. Our biggest mover so far of the race is that number 41 machine, Dean Demmer Jr. Hardship of the race is going to go to that number 28 machine of Aiden Giordano. He started on the pole but is currently at 2 laps down, riding around in 11th. Ooh, Setzer hard into the wall. He's going to keep it up there. Stay out of these guys' way. That's going to allow the 95 of Devin Smith to get by. And maybe the 8 of Hamilton Jr. These cars will take a little bit of a pounding, but to continually Slam them into that outside wall will mess them up. Second and a half lead for that number 41 machine. He is setting down some blistering time. He does have the fastest lap of the race so far at a 15 even. And his last lap was a 15:27, so he has not fallen off a whole lot. Jumping on board with that number 13 machine of Mr. Ben Morrow. He is all over the back bumper of that number 23 machine of Josh Fox. He's got him going down into the turn number 3. He's cleared him. He's taking over that second place. Setting his sights on that number 41 machine. Looks like Dean has encountered some lap traffic of the 89 machine of Bradley Stefan. Unfortunate for Bradley, he had a very strong car early on. We'll see if that 13, now that he's got some clean air and not battling for position, if he's going to be able to close that gap at all. We're down to 30 laps to go. These guys are just ticking away at these laps. One more time, I would like to thank Elite Entertainment, Upstate South Carolina and Western North Carolina's premier entertainment company, specializing in weddings, public and private events, as well as offering an array of services to local venues, including karaoke, trivia, single, and live music management. Be sure to check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and thank them for sponsoring our advanced series here for the late model stock cars in the EFRL. The bills have been paid, now we're just going to watch some racing action as they keep ticking away these laps. The 13 of Morrow has not been able to close the gap at all on Dean Demmer. He might need a caution to come out before the end of this thing to have a shot. Devin Smith losing some position. Our buddy Matt Cochran currently running in the 8th spot, the last car on a lead lap. Not taking tires has really hurt him. Brad Stefan we see off the track, no caution is out. He's way down on the inside, looks like he's trying to make it to pit road. Unfortunately, it looks like the 89 machine of Brad Stefan is done for the evening. Dean Demmer Jr. 2.5 second lead over the 13 machine of Mr. Ben Morrow. Josh Fox currently running in 3rd. Travis Lepane is holding on for 4th. Forrest Hamilton Jr. running in 5th. 41 machine is catching up to Matt Cochran. More than likely going to put him a lap down before we see the end of this one. Fox maneuvering around the lap car of Aiden Gorodano. If you're looking to watch some racing action, EFRL has racing 3 nights a week with a doubleheader on Tuesday. Monday night we are on my buddy AJ Coppola's channel, our All-Star 15 TV, with the Transcendent Designs Xfinity Series, sponsored by Mr. Drew Trader. Thank you very much, Drew. Tuesday nights we have the FALCONGRAFIX Rookie Series. If you're looking for a wrap, check out FALCONGRAFIX. The Advanced Series you're currently watching, the second part of our doubleheader, is brought to you by Elite Entertainment. And Thursday night we have the All the Dirt cars running the UMP Modifieds and the Pro Late models. So come check us out for 3 nights of racing action. 2 nights all right here on All-Star 15, or right here on All the Dirt, and Monday nights on All-Star 15 TV with AJ Coppola and crew. Three-second lead for the 41 machine. Without a caution, I don't think anybody has a chance of catching him. Michael Steele, if he wasn't a lap down, would currently be running in 5th place. Michael's one of those guys who's begging for a caution, trying to get back on the lead lap before the end of this machine. Dean Demers catching the back of this field, going underneath the Ford machine of Matthew Cochran right now. That 41 machine is on a mission. That's how big of a gap we got back to the 2nd place car. We got 8 laps to go. Without a caution, it's all over for except the crying for Mr. Ben Marlowe. That 41 machine is going to be bringing that thing home in P1 tonight. Ben Morrow 2nd, Josh Fox in 3rd, Travis Lepenis in 4th, and the number 8 machine of Forrest Hamilton Jr. currently running in 5th. Michael Steele drives up the track, lets the 8 go. 5 laps to go for that number 41 machine. Three laps to go for Dean Demmer Jr. He's catching the back of that number 95 machine. He has a huge lead over the 2nd place car. I'm guessing he's going to be willing to just hold off and stay behind the number 95 of Devin Smith and not try to push his luck. Dean Demers brings that number 41 machine car home in 1st, followed by Ben Morrow, Josh Fox, Travis Lepenis, and Forrest Hamilton Jr. Dominating run by that 41 machine. Let these boys get lined up. We'll get ready to conduct some interviews. Parking against the fence and burning them down. Hey Dean, thanks for liking the stream, bud. Couldn't do it without you. Alright, we will give these boys just a minute to jump up in the booth. Waiting for our third place car of Mr. Josh Fox. Matt Cochran said his right sides were 50 and 70%. Not bad, buddy. We do have our second place driver up in the waiting room. We will go ahead and grab him. Congratulations to Ben Marl, that number 13 machine, bringing home MP number 2 tonight. You had a fast rocket in practice. Weren't quite able to catch up to the 41 once you were able to get through the cars. What happened there, buddy?
Just a little bit of execution on the guy behind the wheel. I didn't qualify as well as I should have, but I kind of figured that was going to happen. I'm definitely better at putting down qualifying laps in practice when it doesn't matter. Definitely thought I was going to be further up than halfway through the field, but anyhow, it didn't really matter because I knew at the first caution I was taking fuel. It's just such a big risk if it would happen to go green after that to not have enough fuel in the tank. Didn't want to risk it. So anyhow, then it was the same caution that Dean did. I took tires or just right sides there, and I think that was like the winning answer because I came out of the pits right behind him, and he won the race. But he started on the inside and I started on the outside, so like he got 3 free spots on the restart and I got penalized 3, and then had to run him back down. And I thought I was going to have something for him because when I got past Fox, I was a 10th faster than Fox, and I feel like I was a half a 10th faster than Dean. But like as soon as I got past him, all of a sudden he got way faster. So either that or I got way slower. But yeah, I can't complain. This is another one of those tracks that I really, really do not like running, and yeah, second again. So
Well, it definitely put on some great racing.
yeah, I was surprised it was a lot cleaner than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I know that we didn't have a crazy car count tonight, but I think it speaks a lot to the field that I think we had 3 cautions, and I think the rookie series did too, and we ran twice as long.
Actually, I think the rookie series ended up having 5 total.
Okay. Yeah, I watched up until the first green white checker, then joined the practice for this one.
Yep.
But yeah, and heck, one of them was just me being a bonehead and giving it too much gas coming off of 2. So I know there was the one wreck on the back straightaway that I just barely didn't quite get slowed down in time enough for, but there wasn't any real major ones, so.
No, it was great clean racing all around the track tonight.
Yeah, really hard to pass. Like, it's kind of understandable how those cautions happen because, like, the one time every 5 laps you get a run, you either have to take it or, you wind up 9th. Like,
yeah, you definitely got to capitalize on those mistakes when you can.
yeah. but I feel like it makes for a lot of last second, decisions on entry to a corner. So yeah, I was shocked it was as clean as it was. It was really good.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations again on your second place finish. Any shout-outs tonight?
Dean for being a boss. Definitely Dean Qualley too for putting this together. Have a blast with it. So
Awesome. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you back next week.
yep, thank you.
All right, bringing home P number 3 tonight, that number 23 machine of Josh Fox.
Hey, how's it going tonight, guys?
Not too bad, sir. How you doing?
Doing all right.
Looked like you gave it everything you had trying to hold off that 13 machine, but he just had a little bit too much for you.
Yeah, I was hoping I could hold him off for the majority of that run, but I knew once he caught me, I wasn't gonna hold him up, and I was hoping maybe he could get to Dean, but Dean was quick, and it was gonna be tough catching him either way. But overall, I thought it was a good race. Few cautions, but it's typical for short track racing. But bring it home P3, pretty happy with that.
Yeah, brought it home P3. The car looks nice and clean.
Yeah, that's the main thing right there, keeping it clean.
I know Brad Stefan was pretty fast early on, but then he started pounding the outside wall, and I think that's what did him in.
Yeah, I think I saw him scrape the wall maybe 5 or 6 times, and I just knew if he kept doing it, it was going to hurt the car, and I think that's what happened. I also think he might have killed that right front too, but yeah.
I definitely hurt him on the long run. He was quick in the beginning, but it didn't have the longevity.
Yep.
Well, congratulations on your P3. Who'd you like to give a shout out to tonight, bud?
Shout out to all the boys over at DEI. I'm not gonna name them all. There's too many to name, but shout out to you for putting on the broadcast, and shout out to Ben for finishing P2, and congrats to Dino on getting the dub.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. We hope to see you back next week.
Thank you.
All right, he's back in the booth with us again. It's starting to make it a habit. The 41 machine of Dean Demmer Jr.
How's it going? It's good to be back.
Looks like you definitely took some good notes.
Man, I honestly don't know what I did right or wrong there, but I spun somebody early, and I was just a mess in the race car for, I don't know, 30, 40 laps, and then something clicked down in 1 and 2, and I was able to roll that pretty good, and then 3 and 4, if I just maintained and didn't lose time there, I was able to make up all my time in 1 and 2. So I struggled in practice. I didn't qualify the best, but I mean, somehow we were able to put it all together in the race.
Yeah, and that last caution, you definitely had your work cut out for you.
Man, those 60 laps felt like 260. My wrist hurt, Mick. They hurt, but I mean, yeah. Ben definitely gave me some extra motivation to really pick it up there. I saw him get around Josh, and I was like, I gotta go now.
Yeah, he got around Josh, and you had just a little under 2-second lead on him, and I thought maybe he was going to be able to reel you in, but you just laid down that hammer and stepped out.
Honestly, I don't know if I caught lap traffic or what. I don't really remember, but I just got out of rhythm, and I just started making sloppy mistakes in the corners and getting loose and overdriving, and eventually, like, I saw him in my mirror get around Josh, and I just focused up, and I was able to hit all my marks again. So I figured once I got out front, I'd be hard to beat, but you never know.
Well, I'm guessing those boys over at Rocky Faith Motor Speedway are pretty happy they picked you up this season.
Yeah, I mean, I'll shout them all out now. I mean, Carhartt, Freight Trucking, All-Star 15 TV. I mean, all of our regular sponsors for a series, all the dirt. AJ, TJ, Ryan, all the boys back at my team. I mean, I just appreciate every single one of them, and yeah, we're having fun this season. They're definitely cheerleaders and coaches for me as well, so I appreciate all their support.
Awesome. Congratulations. Let's see, where are we at next week? Stafford.
Stafford. I don't think I've ever raced there either, so I'll have to buy that track too. So
I've raced at Stafford, but it's been a very long time. I'm not a big fan of that track.
yeah, I honestly was watching the SRX stuff there at Stafford, and I don't know. I don't know what to think of it, but I'll have to get it and put this car on track and see how it feels.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations. We'll see you back next week.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, we have, I do believe, one of your team owners in the booth. Let's bring him up real quick. DJ, this is Mick and Dean up in the booth, buddy.
What's happening, boys?
How proud are you right now?
Well, I wish I could have finished going straight. Well, straight as the car would have allowed earlier, but Dean getting a win was pretty cool.
Yeah, your car was making some interesting marks on the track, that's for sure.
The wheel on the straightaway was somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock. It was a very interesting evening, to say the least.
You had a pretty good run going.
Yeah, just, things happened. Short track race.
Yep, amen there, sir. So next week we're off to Stafford. How do you feel about that track?
Well, I feel about that place like I feel about every track. I need to practice and pray to God I can.
Well, congratulations on at least a team win tonight.
I appreciate it. I actually had a question for you, sir. Was watching the broadcast and I didn't hear a second voice in this booth. You want somebody to come broadcast with you?
Hey, if you're free, I'd be happy to have you up in the booth with me for the advance. That'd be fun.
Well, it might be a package deal because I heard another certain person with J at the end of their name might be interested as well. We'll talk a little more after the stream here, but you might have a few people that are hanging around next week.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations tonight, guys, and we'll talk later.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
We'll see you.
Have a good night, guys. All right. For me up in the booth at All the Dirt TV, it was a crazy night for the rookies, crazy night for the advance. We saw TJ's car doing some crab walking. He had an interesting night tonight. We saw the 41 lay down some of the fastest laps tonight in the advance series. Overall, a great race. It'll be fun to see what these boys do next week at Stafford. So tune in then. And if you're looking for some dirt track action, tune in Thursday night and come hang out with us. Thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you next week. Have a wonderful night.